they're engaged about your product. They know about your product, and if they want to make a jump, you help them to nudge that jump to do a purchase. The third aspect is basically something that every marketer faces. It's called retention marketing, where you need to make sure that you reward the existing customers, you reward the loyal customers, and if the customers are dormant, you need to resurrect them and then do this thing. So in general, these are the three things a marketer do: an acquisition, engagement, and retention. Now, if you look at it, there are a host of bunch of different tools that you use for acquisition, like SEO tools, a conversion optimization tool, a form tracking tool. For email marketing, you need to make sure that you work very closely with a CRM tool, and retention marketing is a different one. Now, if you bring in the mix of multiple tools from multiple vendors that does not talk to each other, it is always a chaos, right? Like a typical marketing operation person would know the kind of things they have to pull together and stitch together to get this done. This is exactly where Fresh Marketer comes in, and we try to solve this problem. The Fresh Marketer is a single marketing automation tool that helps you to manage your acquisition, engagement, as well as the retention part of your funnel, basically, right? Like we call ourselves as a lifecycle marketing tool. Your customer could be at any part of this lifecycle, in the sense like he could be just starting out as a lead, or the customer could have signed up but he's not, paid, or he's not become a paid customer, or he is just added to the cart, but the customer has not done the purchase. Or if you have gotten consistent purchase from the customer, but in the last 2 to 3 months, you have not seen any orders or any transactions from the customer. So these are the different stages a customer could be, but Fresh Marketer could know which stage you are in, and you can help you to do your campaigns in a much, much better way. That's where the Fresh Marketer comes into the picture. Now, what Fresh Marketer helps you to do that? You might have heard about Fresh Sales in the previous conversation. I'll tell you how exactly we work with Fresh Sales in few minutes. But before I go there, these are the top 5 things that I want to really highlight with Fresh Marketer. You can manage all your leads and contacts in single place. I'll show you our powerful segmentation in a few minutes and say how it is helpful for you. You can manage your contacts in single place. You can make sure that you have optimized your website to gain quality leads. You can pump in money into your Google AdWords or Facebook ads or Instagram ads, but if the conversion percentage is low, then the money that you're throwing on the top of the funnel is waste. Like, how can you make sure that you optimize that part and get the better out of your campaigns that your ad campaigns that you're running? So that is something that Fresh Marketer can help you with. And the third thing that we do is that there are tons of mundane activities a marketer does. When I say a ton of mundane activity, it could be many things, right? It could be like sending out a newsletter, or sending out a weekly summary, or a transaction that has happened, or a welcome email immediately after the customer signed up, or a customer added an item to the cart but forgot to proceed and go to the checkout page. You want to send a nudge or a reminder. These are things that a marketer does, which could be automated in an extremely simple manner. So that's one place where Fresh Marketer comes to the picture. We help you to automate a lot of mundane marketing related activities. The fourth aspect is much more crucial. See, we say the sales and marketing are two sides of the same coin. In sense, like, if you have to acquire customers and make sure that you retain them, the sales and marketing has to work in a very cohesive way. You cannot have two things work in a completely different way, because it will be a chaos, right? Like, so we have a very tight collaboration, tight integration with Fresh Sales. It's a very real-time sync that you would see in few minutes. Basically, your sales team would know what exactly a marketer is doing, and the marketer will also know what the sales team has done, so that they can do their jobs in a much better way. The last aspect is something that I want to highlight. It's one of the biggest strengths of Fresh Marketer is personalizing communication at scale. Now, if you're a salesperson, you would be personalizing the communication, the one-on-one communication, right? Like, the context, you can tweak the mails and send to the customers accordingly. But if you're a marketer, you don't do the one-on-one communication. You have a bunch of customers. You have a list of 15 to 20,000 customers. Now you have to reach out to them. you cannot have a same stock message, stock image sent to the customer and then expect the customer to open the mail and then convert or ask the customer to do what he or she was intending to do that, right? Like, so you need to be much more personalized. Like, how can you personalize the communication to 15 to 20,000 customers, but at the same time personalize them at scale? That's where Fresh Marketer comes into the picture. Any questions so far? Just let me know, guys. Please feel free to stop at any point of time. I could take the questions right in there. Now, what I've given you now so far is the bird's eye view of what Fresh Marketer can do. I'll go into a quick level 1 deep dive of what are the features that we provide, and then I'll go to a demo. I'll show you a demo of how you can put these in action, how you can increase your customer acquisition effort and make it much more efficient. First things first, Fresh Marketer has a beautiful email editing tool. In the sense, like, you can send your email campaigns in a very simple way. If you want to build a campaign from the scratch, you could do that, and we provide around 200 plus templates available for different teams in different industries. You can use that as well to go ahead and do that. The other aspect that I want to mainly talk about is that if you have a template that has been designed by your designer, you can always upload them and then do it. It's very, very simple. The reason why I'm emphasizing on email and building a beautiful looking email is that it is one of the core things a marketer sends to a customer. There has been a lot of talk saying that, okay, email is dead, Slack would replace, but we have seen it consistently. Email is one of the biggest channel that has a highest ROI. None of the channels, it could be, you could have push notification, you could have chats, and you could have WhatsApp notifications, whatever, but nothing beats email because it's very robust and it is fully private. Like, the customers can opt in and the customers can opt out at any point of time. So it's one of the most oldest, at the same time robust technologies that the internet has given to us, and marketers rightfully ride on this wave of emails. Now that you've seen a big wave of newsletters that being sent, it kind of corroborates on why email is probably a never dying medium. So the reason why I'm saying here is that you can be a master of your emails sent to the customers by doing this beautiful editors using Fresh Marketer. You can personalize the email at scale. You can have different segments. The personalization is not just a person, instead of putting hi there, you can just put their name. It's not just that. For the different segment of customers, you can have different emails sent in one campaign. I'll show you in a few minutes on how you can do that with Fresh Marketer. Now, so you can do the email at scale. You can do a drag and drop editor and close to 180 plus templates that we have. Okay. The second thing that I want to highlight about is basically one of the core aspects of Fresh Marketer, which is the email automation. Just imagine like this, right? Like, if a customer signs up on your website, if you are a B2C website, you want to send out a welcome email, probably saying about an ongoing offer. And if the customer converts, you want to make sure that you engage with them consistently. Now, you could just create one single marketing automation journey and set this up. And this is like your lead generation engine. Once you do this thing, it's like a very powerful tool that just keeps on churning more and more, high value customers. Basically, it converts a lot of customers into your paid customers. Basically, you can personalize the journey. It is almost like a programming language where you can build it, but unlike a programming language which is daunting, it's quite simple. We try to make everyone a super user. So I'll walk you through on how simple you can do an email marketing automation using Fresh Marketer. The other aspect is that these are all table stakes for any marketing automation tool. Like, we have excellent reports that we can go deep into every aspect of our email campaign. You can see how critical the delivery metrics and how the delivery metrics, engagement metrics, everything looks like inside Fresh Marketer. The fourth aspect I want to talk about is like how you can simply manage your contacts, in the sense like you can have a CRM, or you can go and visit an event and collect a lot of customers from them, a lot of contacts from there, you can simply bring those inside a Fresh Market in a very simple way. We provide multiple integrations. We provide a CSV, Excel upload. We provide APIs. We provide Zapier integration. So all these stuff are available with which you can get your contacts into the customer in a very simple way. But the icing on the cake is basically the fresh sales integration, where you have a fresh sales system and you can get this entire thing work in a seamless way, in a real-time sync. In the sense, like anything that you have in fresh sales, any changes that happens in Fresh Market can be synced in a two-way manner, in a very real-time way. I mean, you don't have to wait for 24 hours and then execute back-end job to sync this data. Nothing of the sort. It's like a real-time sync, and you can configure in such a way that your marketing qualified leads becomes a sales qualified lead in a very seamless way. This is something that I'm very, very proud of Fresh Market, because we can confidently say that none of our competitors have these kind of advanced segmentation, because many of our customers also vouch for it. I will show you. This is the first thing that I'm going to show in the demo. I'll show you what are the power of our smart segments that we have, that we provide. So you can build a very targeted, very hyper-personalized campaigns using Fresh Marketer, using the segmentation that we provide. Like, it's not only based on just the user's data, like which place they are from, which country, what plan they are in. It is also based on their behavior. Did they click on this page on their website? Did they add an item to the cart? Did they visit my pricing page? How long did they do that? All those aspects you can do. The behavioral segment is one of the superpowers of Fresh Marketer. Okay. Now, we've been talking about the marketing automation part of it, right? Like how you can build an email, how you can send out a marketing automation, and then make sure that you get all your contacts in place. What differentiates Fresh Marketer from a typical, an email marketing software is this, right? Like we look at the entire problem in a very holistic way, and we have built it. As an email marketer, your job is to make sure that the customer pays interest to your email, and then come and visit to a website. Once they come onto your website, what happens then? That's where Fresh Marketer comes into the picture, where we try to help you to make sure that the customer becomes paid customer, or much more becomes a returning customer, basically. So that's where we provide a bunch of tools. It could be a heat map or a session replay, where we can get to know in detail what the customer's behavior on the website, so that you can go and fix those kinks on your website and make sure that your conversions are really, really high. So you can understand the website visitors' behavior in a much more detailed way using Fresh Marketer, and using that you can run your campaigns in a much more effective way. So we provide a bunch of tools. I was talking about the analytics part of the Fresh Marketer, where you can see the website. Once you know what things needs to be done, you can run an A/B testing. You can see how you can do a change. If I change the call to action button text from sign up for a free thing, does the conversion improve? Or you can do such a minor thing to an entire revamp of your page. Now you can do all these things without a help of a HTML developer or a website developer. Our tools are so good in a way that the marketers, they themselves can go and do the changes by themselves. So that's the advantage of Fresh Marketer, of Fresh Marketer's A/B testing and split testing. Okay, so before I go into the demo, I just want to show about these are the different things that you can do. You can do analytics on your form, how your form is working fine, and how's the funnel of your website? Where is the customer coming and landing on the website, and how are they going through the entire funnel of your entire funnel? You can get to know. You can quickly run a poll or a feedback on your website and get feedback from the customer. So it's not just the quantitative feedback; that's the qualitative feedback as well. Last but not the least, we have so much of integrations. You can be on multiple platforms like this, and you can use Fresh Marketer in a native way. Just a click of a button, you can integrate with this. These are some of our customers that have from various industries and various kind of segments. So if you don't have any questions, do we have any questions so far? Divya, do we have any questions? Do you think?
So far, we have no questions, but I'll just open up again. Guys, if you guys have any questions, do let us know in the Q&A session, then I will be able to answer in a while. No question for now. Maybe you want to continue first?
Yeah, cool. So what I'll do right now is that, I'll jump. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Sounds good. What I'll do now is that I'll open the tool and then show you a quick demo of how Fresh Marketer looks like and what are the things that is possible there. So, so this is the dashboard of Fresh Marketer, where you can get to know a quick overview of your ongoing campaigns and things like that. What I'll start now with that, I'll start with segmentation, one of the marquee features of Fresh Marketer, right? Like I'll say, in the presentation that I was talking about, I was telling a lot about segmentation. I want to show how simple and how powerful it is to build a segment inside Fresh Marketer. Imagine I am a marketer. I want to run a campaign to people who attended this Digicom conference. Assume that this is a conference happened in the pre-COVID world, where people can come face to face and meet and do this thing. Assume that an event happened in Kuala Lumpur, and I want to target those customers and see how to reach out to them. It's a very simple way. If you see, I have a list of customers. I have already uploaded it to my website. I can just simply say do that. Now I can even say that, okay, hey, I want to target people who does not have email as gmail.com. I want to only consider. I'm just giving a hypothetical scenario. I can even add another condition where I say I want to reach out to the customers who have visited my website in the last specific time. Any time in the last 2 months who have visited my pricing page. This could be just an example that I have. I can configure. It could be a pricing page, or it could be your key page where you are having something. It's not just that alone, right? Like if you see, I can go and then say even a custom event. Let's say you are running an e-commerce platform and a customer is doing an added to cart event. You can push that event as well, and you can even add a filter saying that, okay, hey, I want to send target customers who have added this item to the cart. You can do that. You can, if you have any such kind of event that has been pushed, you can add it as well. Now, if you see here, unlike other products where it is very constrained, you can twist and then make it like a database query. If you're an expert database programmer, you always have a way you can do an inner join, outer join, and things like that. All this power we bring it to a marketer with Fresh Marketer. So you can build a segment of this sort, and you can just create, and then you just apply. So you just need to do this for only once. Now, what I've done is that I've created a segment which is quite comprehensive, quite personally targeted in nature. For the customers who are coming through this journey, who are becoming part of this segment, I want to do something. Like I want to reach out to them. What I do now here is this: I can do a journey. I was talking about different things that you can do with the journey. Now, this is the journey templates that we provide. You could be in different segments. You could be in a different category. For example, if you're an e-commerce customer, what you can do is that what are the things that you want to do for an e-commerce customer? So you want to send out a blog email. If a customer is interested in becoming a blog subscriber, how you can do this? So you can use this template gallery that we provide, and you can build a journey completely on your own, or you can build everything from the scratch as well. So what I'm going to do now for this demo purpose, I'll just create a journey from the scratch and then show you how simple it is. Now, journeys are like in a simple way where where there's a trigger that is happening, and then you can have an action configure. I'm going to do a very simple journey now. You remember we created the segment there. I'm going to say if a customer is part of if it becomes a part of a segment, I want to I want to send out an email for them basically. So I have conditions for them in the sense like, hey, if they are just becoming part of a segment or they're already part of a segment, you can choose and then opt it out. So we have kind of thought through all different use cases for a marketer, and then we want to make sure that we are addressing all of them. Now, this is the trigger. Now, what happens next? Now, I want to send out an email campaign to the customer here now. So I can choose an email campaign here. And all I need to do is just kind of, that's it. Now, if you see, if a customer becomes a part of a segment, you can send out an email campaign. Now, how should the email campaign look like? Either if you already have a bunch of emails that you can choose from them, or you can create everything from the scratch. So if you see here, I'm going to create an email campaign from the scratch here. I'm going to call it as Digicom demo. And you have an option to choose the subscription type, whether it's just a conference event or a newsletter. So the customers can choose and opt for this thing. So we have a way in which you can personalize the entire email subject. The best thing that, in my point of view, is this template gallery that we provide in this email campaign. So you could be part of various different segments, various industry, and you can kickstart your marketing campaign just by choosing a template and then start doing this thing. You don't have to just use the template that we provide. You can always go ahead and mix and match and add it, add your image, add your content in a very simple way. What we provide is a very simple drag and drop email editor. You can just drag it and drop it, and then you can just go ahead and it's extremely simple. Now, for this, you can also personalize this entire content that whatever we are sending. For example, if you want to send out an email that you want to personalize, you can do that as well. So if you want to add more text here or add a content and do this thing, you can do as well. So I'll just move on to the next step here. Now this is where this is the place where you can preview the email content for various form factors of your device. It could be for your tablet or it could be for your mobile. How does it look like? You can just see everything in a single screen here. So this is like a full-fledged email marketing, email campaign tool that is for a power user as well as for a someone who is completely new to this thing. So I'm just giving a dummy text to just save it. So I need to configure the reply to as well, same as the reply. This is text. I'm just giving this. So let's go there. I'm ready to send. Now I'll save this thing. Now the thing is that it may look like a very simple scenario. Now this is where you can add your complexity and add a lot of the power that Freshmarketer provides. If you see, we have now added to a segment. Now we are sending to a segment. Now you can see, based on the behavior of your customer, you can do so many things. If a customer clicked on this email or replied to this email, what you can do is this: you can directly add to fresh sales from here. Okay, customer replied to this thing. Why don't a sales person reach out and then have a chat with them? So you can just say on reply, just chat. That's it. You can do this thing. Now you may think that okay, now this is fine. But if the customer unsubscribed for it, what I want to do is that I can add him to a list called Do Not Disturb, and then just remove. Just make sure that the customer is added to this list, and we don't send any mails in the future. And if now you can also, you can also do one more thing. Like you can wait for. You can have so much of logic. You can. If you have a customer's birthday that has been entered there, you can add a time delay and make sure that you wait for the specific day and then send out send a reminder to them. You can choose which day in the week. You don't want to send out in a weekend, or you want to send only on a weekday. All those things, flexibilities are available here. You can add a time delay and then make sure that only on the day of the customer that the mail is sent to them. So you can tweak and then do it in a very powerful way. If you see here, I kind of showed you how you can add it to fresh sales here. It's like this. We know the important activities happening on the sales, on the marketing side. You are just connecting with fresh sales and then involving your sales team to act here. It's not only just adding a lead. You can add a notes to fresh sale. You can create a deal directly. If a customer is visiting from the pricing page and working on it, for example, let's say there is an event that is happening here, and based on a specific event, add it to cart or whatever. Whichever event happens, and you can trigger it and then do the same thing. It's not just adding the email alone. It's based on the customer's behavior on the website as well. So that's the power that Freshmarketer brings into this thing. So what I've shown now is that you can segment in Freshmarketer, you can build a journey, and you can build an email in a very simple way using Freshmarketer. The last thing that I want to show in Fresh Marketer is basically the analytical report, which is like quite exhaustive analytical report that we have. Before I go there, I want to show something. Before I go to the analytical report, I want to show something on the fresh sales. In a sync is that you can connect with fresh sales in a very simple way. You can just it's a very real-time sync, and you will be able to see all the activities that is happening in sales from Fresh Marketer and vice versa in a very cohesive manner. So I can go into the minute details and show about the other aspect. I'm not even going into the conversion optimization part of it, like how easy it is to do your website optimization using Fresh Marketer. We have a bunch of tools that I had said before. You can analyze based on your visitors' behavior, and you can form hypothesis and then test your hypothesis using A/B testing and split URL. And you can personalize the content that is being served for them, and you can engage them with forms and you can engage them with polls and feedback. I'll probably pause my session right now here. I've taken you through in detail about what Fresh Marketer can do. What are the things that you can do to the problem that I was talking about here, where the sales and the marketing silos can be broken with the Fresh Marketer, and how you can use Fresh Marketer for various aspects of your acquisition, engagement, retention challenges. It's not just email marketing alone. It's about understanding your website visitors and then tracking it. So you don't have to juggle between multiple tools. You can use one single tool and then use the entire, get the entire optimization. I'll stop at this point. Divya, I'll ask the folks to open up the floor for any more questions.
No questions for now, but I'll just wait for a while and see if there's any questions. You're done with the presentation, or is there anything else that you'd like to add on?
No, nothing more. I've given an overview now. There is some.
Okay, I think we have one question. How are we using Fresh Marketer for SEO and paid ads? Is it analysis or what?
Yeah. So you do not use. We use the Fresh Marketer for the post-click optimization. When I say post-click optimization, you use different tools that are available for your SEO thing. Like you could be using Ahrefs, or you could be using Moz for understanding your keywords, and then you do this thing. But and you would be running your ads on your Google Ads or Facebook ads. But post the ads that have been done, when it is landing onto the website, how can you optimize the experience for the customer? That's where Fresh Marketer comes into the picture. But also you can also understand customers' behavior on a website and tweak or change your AdWords strategy based on that, basically. So we don't provide an SEO functionality as such, but we help you to do your SEO better with Fresh Marketer. So we provide a bunch of tools that helps you to do the analysis.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Divya.
Okay. Santosh was thinking, if there's no question, if there's any way for you to pass us your contact details, then we see if any one of them have any question, they can ask you directly.
I'll show that. Should I send the PDF to you?
You can send it under the chat. No PDF. Maybe you can send email or contact details.
My contact details. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll ping to you, Divya. Maybe you can. I don't know how to.
Do you see the chat session? The chat box.
Yeah.
If there's any, that's it. Probably, I think there's one more question. They're asking for a demo more on funnel analysis and A/B testing.
Sure. Cool. You want me to? The thing is, I've done a setup mainly for the marketing automation. If you could probably ping me directly, I would definitely set up a separate call with you and then walk you through the A/B testing as well as the funnel analysis. Because not everyone might be interested in funnel analysis and A/B testing. It's very specific for performance marketers and digital marketers interested in this thing. I would request the question. I mean, I would request the person who have raised this question to just ping me. I would definitely have a separate session with you and then walk you through that.
Okay.
All I can say is that
person who asked the question.
Yeah. All I can say is that one of the competitors that we have is basically Optimizely and VW. We are on par with them. We know. We have few features which are extremely kick-ass compared to them. So just ping me. I would be happy to show that to you.
Okay. I think the person who asked the question might want to email santosh.guru@freshworks.com and see how you can get the funnel analysis demo, right?
Sure.
Okay. And I think one more reminder is the 21 days of free trial. No credit cards required, right, for the trial?
Yeah, that's the case with almost all of the Freshworks products. You don't need any credit card. You can just
Okay, Ken. If you are interested, do subscribe to any of the Freshworks product and get yourself a 21 days free trial. And with that, I think if there's nothing much, Santosh, I think we can end your session.
Thank you so much, Divya. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Santosh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yep.
Exabytes. Grow your business online.